Check it out. Let's talk about raising kids. Raising boys versus raising girls. And as you guys know, I got two boys. One's 23, the other one's 21. And I mean, raising boys, I think it's a lot easier. It's just being on their ass. Being that father that you never had, and leading by example, teaching them everything that you weren't taught. That's it. It's not about giving them what you didn't have. It's about teaching them all the shit that you didn't learn, everything that you had to learn, but nobody was there to guide you and to teach you and to play that leadership role, the role model role. So to me, it was not that difficult to do. And I have great kids. They work with me. They help me with content. They help me with what I do on helping others, and it's awesome. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm proud, I'm blessed, and I'm grateful for that. But one of the key here was leading by example. Making sure that I had all these areas sewed up. Not only mentally, physically. Looking right, taking care of the body, taking care of your health, and I had to be the one that set the tone and that change, so they could see that example. I couldn't just speak about it. That's, like I said, you can't tell your kids do as I say, don't do as I do. It's played out. It's not gonna work. It doesn't work. Very rare. These kids are gonna go the opposite direction. But 9 out of 10, they're gonna follow suit. They're gonna follow your path. Might not be exactly, some people, they take it worse. Some don't take it as far as you did, but they're still, they're still lost. They still, not being guided by, your example. So they will, hold that against you. They will bring it up. And that's the key. It's just not giving them an excuse, not giving them a way out, and not giving them, room for them to point fingers, because obviously once they're older, I mean, they're gonna pick their own path, their own journey. So you're only, you could only do so much, but at least they're not gonna be able to throw it back at you or say, oh, well, I got it from my dad, and that's why I'm like this, and all this victim mentality that's going around rampant right now. So that's what we're trying to avoid. Not saying that they're going to be these kids that these horrible kids, or these kids that are such perfect, that they do exactly what you say. They're still going to have their their own thoughts, their own way of thinking. They're gonna, still choose their path. But like I said, it's just all we are is a guiding light. They're, a lot of times, they come up with some crazy ideas. And you just gotta be there to just let them know that right from wrong. That's pretty much what you could do once they're already older. You could only just pretty much, they become your friends. And they come to you for advice if you have that good relationship with them, the good bond. And I'm happy to say that I have that good bond with them. As they work out with me, we do things together. When we travel, they're always there with me, helping me out. We conversate. We always try to see how we could make things better. So we have these communications that I hope it keeps going. And when they have some issues or anything, that they have that trust, and they reach out to me, because like I said, ones never know what they're going through, what's going on in their head. And we just got to make sure that we're always there, and giving them that reminder that they're not alone. That they got to talk to somebody. You got to express your feelings, and don't hold nothing inside. Anything that's bothering you, whether it's that I did something or anybody, you got to talk about it. You got to let it go. You got to release it. Don't hold don't hold it inside, man, because it'll create a lot of damage. But yeah, so like I said, so far, so good, and I'm proud of the young men they're becoming, but now when it comes to raising a daughter, my daughter's, she's about to be 15. We're about to do a quinceañera for her, and as she's growing older, it was her, it's what she wanted. And but throughout my throughout her childhood, growing, I did my best. I did my best, and it's different raising, girls, because they have a lot of emotions, they have a lot of feelings. They're different. And it's something that I had to learn, because I'm, it's not that I don't show love with words. I'm very lovable, but showing it like you would say, like buying things material, in a material way, and it's hard, and I'm learning, and I'm glad that she's teaching me to be more kind, more speak with kindness, not just show it. They want to hear it. They want to hear, I love you, these more gentle words that I'm not used to saying. So sometimes that's a conflict between me and my wife, because she's like, damn, you're too strong, you're strict with her. And not that I want to be, but I cannot be that father that it's gonna just make it seem like everything's okay, when they gotta learn to have self-love, self-respect, and hold their own. So I'm teaching them to be tough in a sense as well. And sometimes my delivery might not be the way my wife wants it to be. Like, I'm too strong, too harsh, but it's out of love. It's out of love, and I know when I take it too far, because I sense it, I feel it. We sense our kids. We know, if you hurt them, or if you were too strong. And sometimes you gotta apologize and say sorry. I didn't mean it like that, but you gotta realize that this is happening, and you gotta, you cannot be doing this, or it's gonna, it's not gonna be, it's not gonna be good for you, So you're trying to teach them, and trying to make her tough at the same time. So it's a different way, and I find it harder. I find it more harder raising a daughter, because I don't want her to be this, daughter that, a girl that depends on another man. I want her to, hold her own, and be so sure of herself, and make sure that, she has that self-respect needed, and a lot of females, they don't, and that's why they see their, their partners as a father that they didn't have, the attention that they didn't have. They try to get it from their significant other, and I see that that's where they they have a lot of internal issues, because they either didn't have a father figure, or nobody really showed them that, that attention that they needed. So they try to find it, with these these guys. And I mean, not all guys are there for for a good with good intentions. So I just want to make her alert. I just want to make her aware of what's going on, and make sure that she's sharp. She's sharp in all areas. But like I said, for all you guys that are dealing with that and going through that, as they're actually going into the teenage years, where they start some of them, they start rebelling. They start not finding you cool no more, as like daddy's little girl no more. They start distancing from you, which it's hurtful. But I understand. They have their they have their stages of growth, and eventually, like, I seen it, where, later on they always come back, just like my boys. But like I said, the boys and girls are different. I just see it more like, she's doing her own thing. She's more like, on her own way of thinking. And it's not like before. So I just gotta address that you guys that are barely starting, get ready for that. But you just gotta make sure that you have that that love that they need, that understanding, that communication, so they won't get it twisted, so they won't feel like we're attacking them, so they won't feel like we're always on their ass about shit, or we're always just trying to like make them feel like they can't breathe. They're like, man, you're like always on me, dad. Like now it becomes like a resentment, or it becomes like if you're like just annoying. And we ain't trying to do that. We ain't trying to do that. But every time that I address something, I let her know why, and I tell her, you gotta be smart when it comes to these things. You cannot let yourself slack in this area. So we try our best. We try our best, and we mean well, and we learn through life, through our trial and errors of how to raise kids. They're all different. They're all not the same. They have different way of thinking, different different wants, different ideas. And that's when you have to be able to navigate and really sit and talk to them, and be able to like address all those situations and what they're going through, man. And like I said, we're here to guide them and lead them as much as we can on the right path. And just know that we're here to support them, and that they're not alone. And we got to be able to to make them feel like they could reach out for anything. Don't push them away. We always got to make sure, man, that instead of like helping, we're not hurting them. And they start distancing just because the communication ain't there, and you guys just bump heads. So my point to all this is like, it's tough. And as I grow with her, and like I said, she's the only one that's still that I have to take care of her. That's all my boys are already older. They have their own money, they buy their own shit. So it's my daughter, the one that's still like that I gotta take care of, and I still gotta discipline, and I'm learning. And as I'm learning, and how to deal with things in any situations that I get, like I gotta pass it on. I gotta pass it on and share it to whoever needs to hear it, or whoever's barely starting their family. We learn through our life, through our stories, through our trial and errors and our mistakes, and how to do better next time, or how to address it better next time. And like I said, you got to pass it on. Like that, we just get better at knowing how to parent, that parenting skills that's needed amongst a lot of us that were raised in a lot of like disbelief, and raised with not good role models, parents that weren't there, and people that didn't give you that attention that you needed. So we're trying to break that cycle and be able to flip it. But other than that, like I said, I'm gonna be dropping more videos about raising kids, what the struggle is, and anything you guys want to hear. Like I said, drop it in the comments, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it, and we address it and find solutions. Let's run it.